to episode 2 of Hard Stop at 5, the show where we interview really interesting people connected to the advertising and marketing world for no more or no less than 5 minutes. My guest today is a very awesome dude by the name of Jack Delehey. His company, FlyBy Ads, places advertisements on the roofs of buildings near airports. They've worked with the likes of Budweiser, Amazon. Their work has been tweeted by people like Jeff Bezos. And perhaps most importantly on his resume, he is a former Vanderbilt hockey teammate of mine. Jack, thanks for being on.
Matt, what an intro. Appreciate you having me.
Of course. So let's hop right in. You see a lot in advertising today where the trends are going to spend on digital, get quote unquote more for less. And there's been less spend on kind of the high impact ads, if you will. What would be your argument to convince somebody to use that chunk of their marketing budget and allocate it towards something like your ad placements?
It is a great question, Matt. And, I think I'll start with, first of all, there is a group of advertisers out there. There's no convincing, and there honestly shouldn't be convincing. There's a group of advertisers out there where digital spend is the play, and they've kind of built their entire business around that. So, when you say convince, I think it comes with a caveat of there are brands that if they came to FlyBy Ads and talked about their goals, I might actually send away. But there's a whole group that I would say probably is somewhere in the middle where they've dabbled with kind of experiential or out of home and also have done the digital side that I don't think quite realize today you can have both with one execution. And I think that was kind of the biggest thing that we've seen. And honestly, when we started FlyBy Ads a few years ago, we didn't even know it was going to be this kind of thing. We were targeting views out of airplane windows. And what we realized after completing signs for Anheuser-Busch and Amazon and others is the brands that worked with us that really had kind of a social media presence that posted the videos and the photos that we provided via helicopter or drone really saw their execution kind of sky through the roof. And, just to put in an example, the Amazon sign we did for the Jack is Back campaign in Los Angeles had 600,000 views from airplane windows in a month. Jeff Bezos tweeted it out and it had 2.3 million impressions in 48 hours. So,
that's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome. So, and let's talk about the medium and kind of the space in general, because you guys have driven innovation in a place media landscape that is constantly evolving. So where do you see it going over the next 5-10 years? What sort of evolutions and innovations do you see ahead of us?
Yeah, I was actually reading a book about kind of the origin of billboards and how it started. And it was just so easy to kind of find a plot of land, put a stake in the ground and put up a billboard. Now, as you know, and everyone knows, really throughout the United States, it's really, really hard to get permits for a billboard. So I think in general, the landscape is going to trend more towards finding unique ways to advertise on things that already exist. We've kind of, gotten to the ceiling in terms of actually creating advertisement places. So now it's kind of more, how do we find things that are already out there that we can use in a creative way? For us, I know while we've been originally targeting airplanes and advertising to those airplane passengers landing, now we're actually moving into downtown locations and rooftops of buildings below specific high rises, whether residential or commercial. So that's kind of how we FlyBy Ads are trending. And I think the whole out of home industry is probably going to trend that way.
You have worked with some of the absolute best marketers in the world. And obviously a big driving factor of what makes your guys' ad placements so effective is the placement itself. What other consistencies have you seen in the most effective creative that you've placed?
Social media usage. I mean, seriously, like I said, and this kind of, ties into the first question you asked, but the brands that have utilized social media with our ads have done exceptionally well. And you can see it's almost free advertising, right? They've paid for our ad. It's on a rooftop. Why not then utilize it in a free medium like Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, tweet it out, that type of thing. Some brands have utilized that to the fullest extent. The Amazons and others haven't. We always try to push that usage because it really is a free add-on that any brand can use if they have the resources to do so.
Awesome. All right, well, that's our time. This was Hard Stop at 5. He's Jack Delehey of FlyBy Ads. Thanks for checking in.
Thank you, Matt.